Hey, good morning everyone. I hope you all had a lovely Halloween. I did. It certainly has changed. There were very few people came by for candy last night. Mostly I guess we get in the complex transients, waiting for their McMansions to be built in the area. So they're just here for a little while and they move into their houses. But the parents that came by with their kids were lots of fun. And now I have a ton of candy to take back to the boat, which is not good for this. Supposed to be on Wendy's diet, losing weight. But anyway, what I want to tell you about was this package kit was here when I got home yesterday from littlegalah, the nice man in Australia. This CD in it. I'm looking forward to listening to. Oops. Doomsday Preachers. Getting ready to go. Doomsday Preachers. I suppose they're an Australian band, right? I got a website on the back and everything. Well, I won it for picking number 10, which is pretty obvious for me because that's my favorite number is 10. And it's part of my username, Uncle Dave 10. And even though it says Uncle Dave X, whenever I say Uncle Dave X, I always explain that X is the Roman numeral 10. Because I don't like the bad connotations around the letter X. So it's actually 10. I'm awfully glad to be home. And we'll see on Wednesday whether or not I'll be wearing the shirt again. And if Obama wins, I will be wearing it proudly. I'm still proud to be an American. I just won't be proud of the choice Americans made if they don't vote for the right guy. I say vote for a guy just because he was in a POW camp and because he picked a good-looking PTA woman to be his VP. That ain't a real good reason. Not after the last 8 years. And this has probably been the most stupid temp. And I call them temps because they're only in for 4 to 8 years. And I've worked for them since Nixon was in office. And I've always voted Republican. Even voted for Bush, first time Republican. Because I'm a staunch Republican. But I watched him go mad. I thought everyone in America did. And I find it very unusual that he got a second term. They tell me, I hear all these conspiracy things that he stole the first one, he stole the second one. I just think there's an awful lot of stupid people out there, that think it's a good thing to be at war. Obviously, he's never been to war. Never, of course, there's a lot of people who have kids over there. God, you gotta feel for them, and you gotta wish they're a safe return. And you know how I'll help? I'll pay for one of their tickets to bring them home. That's how I would help. But we gotta stop buttoning everyone's business. Ron Paul was the guy who really should be president because he knows why everyone don't like us, because we're there. Get our people out of all these countries. What are we sticking our nose in? If we had excess money to spend, we should be spending it on people in Africa. that don't have any food and are being beaten and tortured and murdered by the people who are supposed to be looking over them, watching after them. Not because someone whose father was wise enough not to go into Iraq said, I'm gonna go get the man who got my daddy. And now you're gonna being in a POW camp. I've been in a POW camp, but I've met guys that have. And you know what makes you, how you come out of a POW camp? Bitter, annoyed, upset. That's how you come out of a POW camp. Vengeful. And I know he's a great man. A great man to have made it through. A great man to have stayed there when his dad could have got him out. But that's not a reason to make a man a president. And the way years are put on you during the presidency, look what happened to this schmazzoli George Bush. He must have gained 30 years in the last 8. Just in his look. This poor bugger, with all the kind of pressure and all everything that's wrong with him. And then you'd have Sarah Palin as president. Imagine that. Can you imagine that? A woman who doesn't know what the Bush doctrine is, who prides herself on being able to see Russia from her front porch. Oy vey. Anyway, I've gone on way too long. Thank you again, littlegalah, for the lovely CD. And I thank you all for your participation. Now, catch you back on the tube. I hope you all had a lovely Halloween, by the way. I already said that, didn't I? Yeah. See, I don't write anything down, so even my reviews on Heroes and True Blood, I make notes, but I'll start reading them and I get confused and I just go into what I can remember about the show. I hope you're enjoying those. I'm enjoying making them, because I can make them here on the boat. And I couldn't get out. I've been so bloody busy on the boat, you wouldn't believe it. All this reconstruction of tearing all the, just tore 2 sections out of the ship. Because they found asbestos in the walls. So I got to redo the whole thing. Putting beautiful furniture back in and everything. And it looks like by the time they get to my deck, I'll be retired. That's the humor in it. But I'm sorry my share box don't work. I've had to break everybody up into sections, that people who actually post my vids and stuff. And I'm hoping they'll share my vids. If their share boxes work. I know it's a great imposition to ask people to share your vids. I don't normally do it. I asked Wendy, and she was kind enough to do it. Jan's kind enough to do it. Jerome, he does it. But we all have different friends. And, you have to be my friend to post on my vids. I'm running way too long. There's only 7 people on the other tour, and all the contractors are German, so I'm not getting to speak very much. So I'm speaking a lot now. I'll catch you back on the tube. Bye.